What's up, Comicbook.com? Brandon Davis here with senior HeroClix correspondent Jamie Lovett. We've got the Nick Fury Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. set, brand new, fresh out the... Well, it's not even out of the box yet, but it will be in a minute. Jamie, tell us more.
Yeah, this it's not out of the box for us. It did come out just on the 13th. It is a set. It's full of obviously Nick Fury. It's got a Directors of S.H.I.E.L.D. sub-theme, and one of the most exciting things is it brings a bunch of the characters from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the TV show, into HeroClix for the first time. So we've got Agent Coulson, Skye, Fitz, all those characters making their HeroClix debut, which is really cool, especially since some of those characters haven't even appeared in the comics yet.
Yeah.
And they're going to be showing up here alongside, comic book characters like Baron von Strucker and Iron Man and all that stuff. So it's really cool. I'm excited to see how WizKids have put that together.
That's very exciting. Are these you have to play to win, or are these going to be available?
Nope, these are retail. These should already be at your local comic or game store for you to buy. Oh, and one other thing, this has their first WizKids introduced the Build a Click format, which means that as you open these, sometimes they will have pieces of a Hulkbuster armor. And if you get enough of them, you can build your own Hulkbuster armor HeroClix to play in the game. Now, it has so many people that we probably won't be able to build an entire one out of just what we get in this brick. But we will show you whatever pieces we pull.
The side there. It's on the side of the box. Okay, all right. So should we just dig in? Anything else? You know what? We're going in. We're going in. All right, so we've got all 10 packs unboxed, lined up. The first thing that's jumping out at me is how many different figures we have. Usually, when we do this, we get a lot of doubles, and we really didn't get a lot of doubles this time.
Not at all. I mean, the last couple we've done have been smaller sets, so that's kind of why that is. But this is a set with a lot of different figures, a lot of, and even the doubles you do get, a lot of the more common figures are generic figures that you can build whole armies out of, like the S.H.I.E.L.D. recruit right here. You've got her, you've got a paranormal investigator there, just a lot of S.H.I.E.L.D. soldiers and Hydra agents that you can build whole swarms out of. So that's kind of what the set's built for.
Yeah. And next, I want to talk about how awesome some of these sculpts are.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, first of all, we did get a part of the Hulkbuster. We only got one part.
Only one.
And it's worth looking at. It's
we got his leg.
Yeah, his left leg. But
it's not enough to build a Hulkbuster out of, but it is also a special object, so you can use that during the game for other purposes, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, but then these sculpts, man. This Iron Man one, man. I would put this on. I would love to just put this on my shelf as a collector's item.
This is the Iron Man as Director of S.H.I.E.L.D., and it is a pretty sweet display piece, if nothing else. Yeah, they particularly in the super rare slots, they went pretty all out with the sculpts on this one.
Yeah, and we got a pretty good bit of super rares, and the Thor piece here, that's awesome.
First appearance of Jane Foster as Thor in HeroClix, and she looks pretty incredible with that lightning streaking
down. To say the least.
Yeah.
What else we got? We have Nighthawk, and of course our what's
That's
Chase
right.
Piece.
This is a very lucky brick pull that I got both. We have a Chase. The Chase theme in this set is vehicles, so there's stuff like Captain America's motorcycle, and we pulled Kang's time chair, as you see here. So that is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now I just have to get my hands on a Kang. Pull that out of the way. We also pulled the Super Rare Prime, which is Nighthawk. Those who play HeroClix will know that Super Rare Prime slot for the last few Marvel sets have been made up by members of the Squadron Supreme. So this is the latest addition to that, and he is looking pretty cool.
Yeah, he's definitely. Some of these sculpts are awesome. I really love the Winter Soldier too. But all right, instead of geeking out over the sculpts, let's talk about a few figures. I know you picked a few out that you want to go in detail on.
So if you follow Comicbook.com, you'll probably know if you click on any given Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or Agent Carter article, it is usually my byline on there. That's kind of my beat for the site.
A lot of
one of my beats.
Yeah.
So I was really excited to pull several of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We didn't get a Phil Coulson, unfortunately. We're also missing a Simmons, but I did pull one of the other primes, which is fan favorite Peggy Carter making her HeroClix debut. She is the common prime, and she is pretty cool. She's a 60-point figure, and she has Howling Commandos and Past and Shield and Soldier and Spy keywords, so she can fit on a ton of teams. She has the Shield team ability and a trait that says if Peggy Carter is closer to an opponent's starting area than she is to her own, she can use Stealth and Shape Change. So that combined with her special ability, which is, if I can flip this card, at the beginning of your turn, choose a standard power or team ability. Opposing characters within 3 squares of Peggy Carter can't use it until your next turn. The name of that power is Saboteur, and that is exactly what this figure is meant to be. You want to rush her over to the other side of the field, get behind enemy lines, and then just mess with your opponent's game plan. It's especially cool in this set where there's a bunch of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra figures where their team ability is very integral to how they work. So you sneak her over there, she's hard to hit with Shape Change and Stealth, and then she ruins a day for any of those Hydra or S.H.I.E.L.D. Team-up groups that people tend to play. Yeah.
Now, speaking of sneaky, that Ward figure has a special ability.
That is right. We got the traitorous Grant Ward.
He's right here. There we go.
Hiding in plain sight. Grant Ward, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., naturally has both the S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra team abilities and keywords. And he, along with Skye and Fitz and Agent May, all of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. core characters have this trait called Field Team Backup. And it says, while Agent Ward, or whichever one of the characters this is on, is attacking a single character, if another friendly character with this trait has line of fire to the target, Agent Ward, or whatever character, can use probability control. So if you're playing, it encourages you to play all these guys on a team together so that if they can all see whoever they're attacking, they gain an extra attack roll through probability control. So that's a really cool kind of thematic way of having these guys team up. Another really themey thing about Grant Ward in particular, see his other trait is Traitor Shield to Hydra. And it says adjacent friendly characters that can use the Shield team ability can also use the Hydra team ability. So the Shield team ability and the Hydra team ability both give you bonuses on range and ranged attacks. So if you're playing him on a Shield team where they're all bunched up together to get advantage from being next to each other, suddenly they all also have Hydra and gain advantage from that, and you've gone from playing a heroic Shield team to a treacherous Hydra mole team, which is kind of fun and themey and cool. And he also has another ability called Setting Up Shop, where if he occupies hindering terrain, his range value becomes 8, where it is 5 normally, becomes 8, and he can use Ranged Combat Expert. Basically sets up as a sniper in a hiding spot, which is pretty cool. I like him a lot from a thematic character design kind of way. He very much is the Ward from the TV show.
Those abilities match the character we've come to know on screen.
But of course, what is Ward without Skye, right?
Well, and then we do have a Skye figure right here.
We do, right here somewhere. So Skye is, I haven't had a chance to go through all of these figures yet and really dig into them, but out of the ones I've seen, she may be my favorite because she's got a really cool ability. She's got the Field Team Backup ability, like all the other Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. characters.
Okay.
But then she has a damage ability called a Hacktivist with S.H.I.E.L.D. A Hacktivist with S.H.I.E.L.D. resources. Skye can use Perplex. When she does and isn't within any opposing character's line of fire, she can target a friendly character on the map when using Perplex. If she occupies an opposing starting area, she can use Perplex a second time to target any opposing character on the map. So for 45 points, Perplex is a fantastic ability. Bump up your stats, and as long as nobody can see her, she can use it on anybody on the map, any of your friendly characters on the map, whereas normally she'd have to be able to see them. Now, the other part of the ability involves you getting to the other player's starting area, which doesn't happen very often, but if you can do it, suddenly you can use it twice, you can target opposing characters, all this other cool stuff. For 45 points, she's a really cool support piece.
Yeah.
I like her a lot.
I think it's also worth just showing everybody that we also got the Quake figure.
Yes.
Not going to get into detail there, but
2 Daisy Johnsons in one set.
Exactly.
Very cool.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, totally worth it.
Who do we got next? Who are we looking at?
Next, let's call in the cavalry. We've got Agent May, again, making her HeroClix debut.
She is the cavalry.
S.H.I.E.L.D. team ability, as you'd expect. She's 65 points. She's got the same field team backup. And she has a trait called the Cavalry, where if another friendly character has taken damage since your last turn, Agent May can use willpower. So it's this kind of themey ability that lets her, push herself harder when one of her teammates is in trouble. Very cool, very thematic to the character.
Yeah, I love how these abilities are so in tune with what's going on in the show. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, they did a really cool job with that.
Yeah.
And she also has a defense power called Seasoned Soldier, which gives her combat reflexes and toughness. So just a close combat monster, as you'd expect from Melinda May. So that is also very cool. I like that a lot.
Cool.
And lastly, we got again
Fitz.
we didn't get Simmons, unfortunately.
Where is he?
We
Here
didn't
he
get
is.
Phil Coulson, unfortunately.
There you go.
But here is Fitz.
I know. Clark, Craig, come on, man. Where is Phil?
So Fitz is the inventor on the team, and he's got some cool abilities that show that. In addition to the field team backup, the probability control, he can make hoverbots. His trait reads at the beginning of the game: place a hoverbot bystander token in an adjacent square. You can give Fitz a power action if there are less than 4 hoverbot tokens on the map, and place one in an adjacent square. So basically, he starts the game with one of his hoverbot inventions already on the board, and you can keep creating up to 4 of them. And they are on the back of the card. Hopefully this comes through. Da-da-da. There you can see what the token kind of looks like. And they have 2 abilities of their own. One is a movement ability called My Eyes and Ears. Hoverbot can use Sidestep, and Hoverbot doesn't require opponents to break away, doesn't block line of fire, can't have damage transferred to it by Mastermind, and can't be the target of Perplex. So in other words, it's not going to tie up your opponents, but it can move around and things like that.
Sweet.
And the other ability is Hoverbot Activation. Give Hoverbot a power action and choose a friendly character named Fitz or Simmons. Till the end of the turn, that character can use their printed damage powers as if they occupy the square Hoverbot occupies. So basically, like Fitz, for example, has Enhancement, which boosts up a friendly player's range damage value. You can, instead of moving Fitz, you can move the Hoverbot up next to somebody so that Fitz can stay safe, use this ability, and still be able to get the advantage of Fitz's enhancement. So that's kind of a cool,
That's pretty cool.
very tactical, sneaky.
It
kind
seemed
of way
like
of
a
doing
very
things.
team-oriented set from at least the figures that we've looked at.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
If I can get my hands on a Coulson and a Simmons, I'd love to just run a Agents Shield cast team. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think I'd enjoy that. Yeah.
Well, Jamie's going to show up, and everyone's going to get mad that he already has all these.
Oh, this is out already. This is out.
Oh,
already this
okay.
time.
He doesn't have. That's
I'm
right.
not cheating this
They're
time.
available, but you know what? I still don't think it's fair. Anyway, we will have a full gallery of all of these figures on Comicbook.com. If you want to take a look at each individual figure, I encourage you to do it there. We'll have a link in the video description. Otherwise, any final notes?
Not really.
Subscribe.
I'm very pleased with this set and this brick. You should go buy some.
Yeah, this is really cool. I'm keeping this one. This is mine. So subscribe to Comicbook.com's YouTube channel for more news, interviews, clips, and unboxings. And follow us on Twitter at Comicbook. Jamie Lovett, Brandon Davis. I'm out of here. So we're out of here. See you guys.